Well, we're having one of those Is This Real Life moments on the Jocks and Jills podcast. We are sitting next to the one and only, the legendary Billie Jean King.
Thank you for that introduction. Can I take that with me?
Yes, please.
You don't even have to pay us. That's for free.
No, thanks for doing the show.
Oh, thank you for everything.
Jock and what is it?
Jocks and Jills.
Do you get it?
Do you know what a Jill is?
What? Jock and Jill?
Yeah. Can we explain it to you?
Jocks, I think I understand.
Jocks you get.
Yeah.
And Jills?
Jills, so men wear jock cups.
To protect their man parts.
In
I know.
hockey,
My younger brother played 12 years of professional baseball.
So you've seen
course.
his gnarly jock,
And
right?
he says, I can't wear that. I get an itch.
It's called jock itch. That is real.
I know, but he was a pitcher. Do you know if you get a line drive in there?
Yeah,
He
you're
was
not
risking
making
it
babies
all.
anymore.
He was risking it.
Yeah.
and in women's hockey, women wear Jills.
Yeah. To
And
protect
that's-
our pelvic bone.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the joke. Jocks, because
Now I
obviously
get it.
the
Thank
players
you.
are jocks.
I didn't
and
know the Jills part.
They wear Jills. Yeah.
We'll get you a Jill if you want one.
We
I
have
wanna
one
look-
over there.
I've never seen one.
I got one here. I'll show it to you.
That's good. We do have to
Yeah,
protect
we won't do it
ourselves.
here.
You'll get the vision.
What about our breast?
That's what the shoulder pads are for.
Yeah, baby.
CCM's actually got a great line. So you know how obviously we're all differently endowed, if you will?
Oh, yeah.
Differently endowed.
That's a nice way of putting
Yeah.
it. Yes.
So you could be a medium shoulder pad, but a large or extra large
Correct.
boob cup, right? So CCM has every size, but with an adjustable
Oh, that's
cup
great.
to protect, to make it comfortable and to protect
Yeah,
ladies.
because we do have to protect ourselves.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. Nothing's worse than like a boob punch or even a hook.
And the game's getting faster and faster, harder and harder. So,
There you go.
and the players will be getting bigger and bigger. I mean, I've lived this with tennis.
Yeah.
You say all the time, I'm going to call you on this before we even start. Oh, I don't know anything about hockey.
I
But your
don't.
analysis
You
is like
do.
bang on. Billy, stop. Your
Am I-
analysis is bang on. You're really
Is
good.
it right?
Yeah.
You're
Good.
right.
Oh, good, because I don't
Yeah.
really know. I'm
No.
guessing.
And you know what? On this podcast, Billy, we usually start by asking players what their first hockey memories are, how they fell in love with the game. I know there wasn't a ton of hockey in California
There was
until
none.
the 90s, until Wayne Gretzky showed
We didn't
up.
have the Kings. We didn't have anything. We
Yeah.
didn't have anything in public schools. Well, first of all, I'm pre-Title IX, so we didn't have anything.
Right.
But no, I didn't know anything.
What were your first memories? What was your introduction to the game?
I think I went to a Rangers game 1,000 years ago, and I
No
liked
way.
that.
Nice.
You know, I liked watching the fans. They're great.
Yeah.
Because hockey fans are the best. You know, they just love it. The family, every generation, everybody's into it. But I liked it immediately because it's exactly what I like. I like hand-eye. I don't like straight lines, so it's not straight line.
Yeah.
And it's great. I know hockey players would be really good.
Did the physicality grab you at
Oh,
first?
yeah, I like that.
Yeah?
No, I like to move. I couldn't play golf for those sports. I love basketball. It's my first love, and you move a lot there. I like teamwork because I grew up in team sports. I didn't grow, you know, I play, everybody goes, well, you play tennis. I go, you guys, you don't realize that I played all team sports.
You're right.
Right.
And the way I was able to get the players together is I pretended that, you know how you have teams in sports, right? But I made the WTA, the Women's Tennis Association, to think of as a team. That every single pro player coming up, leaving, staying, that we have to be a team to promote our sport, promote ourselves,
Yeah.
and all that. And so I just kept going. I don't know if they realized it, but I was always doing the team thing.
Yeah.
Like, we're a team. And instead of having teams, so we do have teams. We have 2 or 3. We have a World Cup. We have things. So,
Yeah.
but it's an interesting because every sport has its own culture. Everyone in it comes from different circumstances. Now, so it's like, you know, with the tennis, it was always difficult because trying to get them together because the non-American players thought I didn't care about them
Right.
Right.
because we started the tour in America. But because we started it, that wasn't the finished product at all.
No.
I said, no, it's global, you guys, I promise. We just have to get started. And our opportunities came from America first.
So at what point did that trust
Change?
or belief in you change? And what was the moment? Do you remember?
Well, I kept listening to them. I always would sit down with each player and just listen a lot and ask questions. But yes, at the WTA meeting to start our association in England in 1973, we'd already had a tour for 2 years playing on a circuit. And I kept saying, no, you guys, we have to have the best players. Everybody's got to be together. So June 21st, 1973, we had a little over 60 players at the Gloucester Hotel. And I said to the people I'm tight with, I go, this is it for me. I am exhausted.
Right.
So I got up there and talked to them and said, we have to have an association. So they voted yes.
Unanimously or
Unanimously.
amazing?
Wow.
Because we had history by then,
Yeah.
all of us. But the important thing was, and I was trying to come up with a solution, was that the main thing, my former husband, Larry, was a lawyer, and he said, make sure you make them sign, and then we have to elect officers. Otherwise, when you leave, you don't have an association.
Right.
You just have, we're going to do it.
Mm.
And I went, you're absolutely correct. So he got the bylaws ready. So they signed up, and then we went to elect officers. And I had this little ping, this little light bulb went off. And I said, we have to have 5 continents on the board.
Huh.
I just said it. I'm
Right.
like, I'm praying they're not going to say, says who?
Yeah.
You know, and all that.
Yeah.
And they said, oh. And I could see every player, non-American, go, just take a breath and exhale. Oh, she did say what she feels,
Yeah.
and what she kept telling us about.
We're
It's
included.
going to be a worldwide tour.
Yeah.
And that's the moment that they believed that I was telling the truth, because I really didn't before.
Yeah.
And so that was huge,
I bet.
psychological shift.
Wow.
So you've got to get the players to be together, to think alike. And the vision better be pretty right on.
Mm-hmm.
If
Who was your example? Like, where'd you get your leadership skills from? Where did you learn to lead so well? Was it from a bunch of different people? Was it, a family member? Were you reading books? Like, where was
I'm a history major.
you are? Okay.
I love history because history allows you. I knew all the history in tennis from the 1800s. Men and women were together. I knew all the stuff, and that really, really was helpful.
Right.
Because I'm a big believer, the more you know about history, the more you know about yourself. But most importantly, especially for the younger generations, is it helps you shape the future.
Mm.
And a lot of kids don't like history, and I think it really hurts them. Leaders don't choose followers. Followers choose leaders. But even if I think back to elementary school, even if I was on the bicycle committee, for instance, they ended up choosing me to lead. They would choose me. And then before school, we had sports.
Yeah.
And we'd have to run to the fence and touch the fence. And Jerry Cromwell and I usually won. So he would always sign up players, choose players I would choose. I'd always made sure that I didn't choose the worst player first, because that is the worst for them. If you think about their life, if they're always chosen last or not chosen, just think what they feel, what they must be feeling.
Yeah.
And how horrible that is. So and everyone's going to get chosen.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
Right.
So I would choose them first sometimes, and the players go, oh. I go, are they going to be on the team?
They're going to end up on a team
They're
eventually.
going to end up on the team, aren't they? And they go, yeah, they are. And I said, does it make sense to you? Then I ask them questions a lot.
Yeah.
Because I want them to really want to do it.
Right.
And it worked great. Because in the little ones, sometimes those kids would come up to me later. Thanks a lot. I'm always chosen last. I'm never chosen.
Aw.
And it means a lot to them.
Yeah.
And you want people to be together.
Yeah.
Whether you're the best one, middle, it doesn't matter.
You need everybody bought in.
Everybody has to buy in. So I think, and my parents were very good.
Yeah.
That was your
And
example.
my dad, and if you look at the hockey too, so many dads in all sports really help their girls. The dads that believe in us. Did your dads believe in you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was, I was named after him. His name is Bill. And
Aw.
he was a great life coach. And my mother was very good too, in a different way. But my parents and my younger brother played 12 years of professional baseball. And this last season he was with Toronto. And he loved Toronto, by the way. And he passed away last year. He wasn't well, but
Condolences. Sorry.
he was great. We're very close. And but they never asked my brother Randy and I if we won.
Right.
Never asked, did you win? Never. And I still think if you talk to number ones, Yvonne Goolagong's another perfect example. Her mother would say, have a lovely day. She'd get home and she said, did you have a lovely day? And she was number one in the world. And I think if parents could think about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. I
Yeah,
don't know
what you're focusing on.
Did they ask you, did you win a lot?
No, my dad was my coach, so he knew what was going on out there. the thing that he focused on was effort. He was like, I'll never
a
get
big
mad
effort
at you
guy?
for win or loss, but you better be working hard out there.
I can tell when you talk. I already know are you
Yeah.
trying. No, you can tell when people talk and listen to what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tessa always gets it there. And I go, oh boy.
I know, I get fired up. Sorry.
Fired up. No,
Yeah.
I
It's the
love it.
best. It's the
That's-
best.
What about
Tessa
you?
had the whole room rocking last night. My dad was my coach as well, so he knew what was up. He wasn't asking if we won or not. It was kind of always about being a good teammate, honestly, and having a good time. Like, even though my dad was my coach, I don't remember having a ton of, like, I was never in trouble for anything I did at hockey. Like, he was never mad. He was
Trouble
always
in
just
other things,
encouraging.
though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got his trouble off the
No,
ice.
I think sometimes men or dads don't realize the effect they have on their daughters.
Impact
just
for
believing
sure.
in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Impact
think-
is a better word.
And I don't even mean like just being there. And I know it's the choice in verbiage that matters a lot. I always share that with my husband, and he's very aware of like, careful. It's not only what you say, but how you say it and when.
Yeah.
And so he's hypersensitive to it. And my daughter's very much a daddy's girl, which is great. Because for myself, I know what my experience was like with my dad, who went out of his way in a time where you could barely find women's hockey on TV and or anywhere. And he was, talking with, my mom's sunglasses rep, who worked for, I can't even remember who, and who had a connection to the Toronto Arrows and got me a signed thing from Sherry Piper and Vicky Sanahara back then on a magazine that was given out in a rink. There was probably only 50 of them with Vicky's face on the front. And I was like, cool. And my dad was like, also, there's another player that plays like you. Her name is Geraldine Heaney. And so I was learning about all of these female names that I wouldn't have ever known that I could basically model myself after. Finally, someone that looked like me, because he was a scout in the OHL. Junior hockey.
Mhm.
So how easy would it have been for my dad just to take me to those games and be like, play like that guy? And that was not his mantra at all. So to have a dad like that saw me, that saw how much I loved a game, and to care enough to show me other players that looked like me and
That's
played
great.
like me, world of a difference. So yeah, it does matter, dads, if you're listening out there a lot.
I don't
to
think they
be that
realize it.
guy.
Yeah.
And that's not to take the mom out of the equation, because moms are a
Oh,
necessity.
Mom's getting me to can you imagine, we're two different sports. Randy's baseball, I'm tennis.
Both
And they-
competitive.
Oh yeah, Randy wanted to be a Major League Baseball. I want to be number one. I think that's pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my mom's trying to get me to tournaments, and then talking to the other parents as well, because you have to have teamwork that way.
Yeah.
And also my brother getting, to practice or to games. I mean, I don't know how they did it. I
Isn't
really
that crazy?
Yeah.
I know. There
Parents
aren't enough
sacrifice so
minutes.
much.
Totally. There aren't enough minutes in the day. But you spent a lot of minutes helping build this.
I don't know where you found
this league.
these
Yeah.
minutes in
Where
the day.
do you store all of your extra time that you use to be such a magnificent, I want to say role model leader for everyone in women's sports? I don't think it matters what sport really anybody's
Jana
playing.
Hefford said it so well last night. She said anything good that's ever happened in women's sports
You've
is
touched.
Oh,
because of
Jana
you.
is just amazing. though.
Isn't she?
It's true. You were talking about
See, I didn't know who Jana was until I didn't know anything about hockey. I'm like trying to catch up.
Yeah.
That's Jana Hefford, though. She flies under the radar, and that's where she
was
loves to
5
be.
times in the Olympics.
I know.
Hall of Famer. And what I did, though, when I met her, is I went and listened to her speech at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that was a good one.
And I went, okay, this is a real leader. She's a champion in every way. And she's so humble. Oh, my gosh. She always put, no, that's, I did, but then there's this. And I go, she's got the gift. And in the history of the PWHL, she's huge, because when we asked Kendall Coyne, who should we get to head up the association if we ever get one, she just goes, oh, that's easy, Jana Hefford. Boom.
Yeah.
And you ask the other player, I would go ask Jana. Everybody said Jana.
And she was hesitant too, right? Because of the way
Well, that's
the old league ended.
A lot of leagues ended. That's
Yeah.
the problem. And every sport has this story, by the way.
Yep.
This is not unique that way.
yeah.
Oh, no, you look at any sport, you look at the past and all the challenges and arguments and different people who are in power, how they choose.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really hard. But no, Jana's been amazing, because when you just, in a way, it's good that we didn't, Alana, my wife and I, we didn't know anything. So in a way, that was good. We're a clean slate. We had
Right.
no biases.
Blank
That's
canvas,
true.
paint
Totally
your own
blank.
picture.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I like that. Do you remember the first phone call from Kendall when she was?
Oh, yeah. In fact, we've had so many people work on this. I'm trying to get that right. Because, okay, March of 2019
Yeah.
March. We're at the Lakers game watching basketball. Jeannie Buss asked us to come. She was the owner now. She's sold it, but
Yeah.
she's still involved. And we'd known her since she was 14. So she said,
Wow.
oh, you got to come to the game. Go, okay. And I grew up there. I was a Laker fan as a child. And we're at the game and the phone rings. Ilana takes it, and it's Kendall Coyne. Can I talk to you? So she runs out because she can't hear. Everybody's yelling. And so Ilana says, okay, we should have a meeting after she said we need help. And okay. And then June of 2019, she was at the apartment in New York.
Did she fly in? She flew in specifically for that?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
I think so.
Just her?
I think so. Yeah, she's the only one that ever called us. So we're listening. And then Ilana and I started talking, though, after the call to the Lakers. Oh, boy. They need an association. They need this. We're just starting to go boom, boom, boom. And we've already been through this with tennis and other sports, but particularly tennis. But it's the same. It's always the same stories, every sport. And so she came to our apartment in New York. I know exactly where she was standing. And she looked at us. She said, would you help us? We need, and she spoke in we. Very important for my ears to hear that, not I.
Yeah.
So everything was we, and she's talking about the other players and never would talk about herself. Because what about you? No, but you need, I'd pass to Hillary Knight, and she's unbelievable, making goals. And I go, okay, I'm listening. So she said, would you help us? We need a league, a proper league like the guys. And we'd already been going to the NHL trying to get them to do something. And it was not going to happen. We knew that. After a couple of years, we knew it wasn't going to happen. And then we said, we can try, but you're going to need so much money. And of course, we know Mark Walter because he's the Dodgers. He asked us to belong to the Dodgers. And one thing led to another. And of course, now he owns the Lakers. This is way before that.
Yeah.
We're thinking, God, he's the only guy who has enough money that we know. And so we kind of started working on him a little bit. But what happened, and in June when Kendall was there though, they need an association.
Yeah.
So actually, Ilana's sister, who's an accountant, and Ilana took Kendall to the bank and opened up a bank account to start the association. You got to have some money anyway.
Did you start with $1 again?
No, it was a little bit more than that, I think.
Okay.
And Ilana can't remember. I did ask her. I said, well, how much did you put in the bank account? So anyway, then the association, and I'm trying to think. I've got all these notes, you guys. You won't believe
you
it.
formed the PWHA May 2nd,
2019. No,
Dream
I can't
Gap
be right. Anyway, John Langle was all there, and that's when Ilana said, you got to give him a pep talk. See, she does all the real work. She calls every day, work. But then she comes to me and says, you got to talk to the players. So I talked to the Canadians and Americans. I said, I know when you play each other, you kill each other.
Together?
You hate each other.
You spoke to them?
A lot. I said, the top players, are you willing to form an association and be through thick and thin, never, ever give up on this idea we all have? Okay. They said. And I said, okay, you know how you guys hate each other when you're playing? Not in real life.
Yeah.
But when you play and you compete, you see that border and it always has divided you. And this, for the first time, when you're thinking about the league, we didn't have a name yet, you have to stick together. It is a connector. So when you guys want to play against each other, it's a divider, the border, but it is a connector otherwise. Mm-hmm. You're in hockey, you're in this together, you need other countries, so you gotta guts it out. Are you willing to do that? They looked right. Yeah, we can do that. I said, okay, then let's go. And they had the dream. You could tell when Kendall would talk, she never talked about her generation. She always talked about the future generations need this. The future generations need this. But I noticed she never talked about their generation.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think most of them feel that way. They know they're not getting paid big bucks. They know this is the beginning. It's just like us. We didn't make anything.
Yeah.
But you have to do it for the future generations.
Somebody's got to do it.
But usually the first two generations say we, and then by the third generation, it's I.
They're getting their bags.
Uh-oh.
And that's a whole nother challenge. It's a
Right.
different challenge.
Yeah.
How did you start planting the seed with Mark Walter? What was it a phone call? Was it, hey, you want to come out for dinner? Like, what was the schmooze?
We said to him, we have an opportunity, I think.
Yeah.
Lana and I said we're going to have to go slowly, but he and Kember, his wife, and we talked about the dream and how important it is. And I wonder if there's a way an investment could pay off, because it's got to pay off. It's an investment. It's not a charity.
Yeah.
Well, it
And
has to be a business
lot of
move
women's
first.
sports has been charities in the past. I never make it. And he's great. He's brilliant with how he thinks things through. And so we started, thinking about. Then we invited Kendall to a squash. They do a squash thing, and they help squash have equal prize money, boys and girls, and all that. So Kendall, and then Mike came, her husband Michael, and had dinner with them, and just see if everybody gets along or not. I mean, it's relationships or everything.
Yeah.
And I kept talking to Mark, not a lot, a little. And Ilana spent every day on the phone with the players, I think we hired Jana in August of 2019, quickly. And we're trying to make things go fast. And then, so they were talking every day, business plans, trying to make it happen. And of course, Jana's still big in the league now with operations players. I think the players like her. I hope so.
Yeah.
She loves them. She'll die for them. Oh my God. I'm like, okay, we have to think about this. Not just the players, all the things.
Yeah.
She loves them.
They feel the same way, honestly.
They do.
Yeah, she will do anything for them. She's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much
She's very
respect for
articulate.
Jana and everything that she does. She's very articulate. I've had a chance to play with her, and she
How would that go?
amazing. She was the leader, you said. Jana never said much, but when she opened her mouth and said something, the whole room was very quiet and sat up straight and was very attentive. And
Why do you think that happened? Like, see, followers choose leaders.
Yeah.
They chose her.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she played the right way. She never did anything easy. She put in the extra work, and she was a hell of a hockey player.
Yeah, I asked her
Nothing
what
but
her best
respect.
shot was.
Backhand. Did she tell you it was her backhand?
She said, of course, this is myths, like, I don't know anything.
Dangerous backhand, Jana
Okay, but you
Hefford.
have to understand, in tennis, we do have a backhand.
Yes,
I'm going, yes.
Yeah.
I at least understand the word.
I get
But
it.
then I go, what does that mean in hockey? And then she told me it's the flick the opposite way or whatever. Then
Yeah.
they usually hit on the side. And I'm like, okay, I learned that. That's
Yeah.
how I learned. I just keep learning like little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you've taught me a couple of things,
We
Yeah.
learned about Jill's today.
Yeah, you learned about Jill's. There
We
you
love
go.
it.
I don't know. Talk to me. Teach me. I need to keep learning because I like it.
Yeah, honestly, we want to keep learning from you. Like in that process of creating the PWHL, what was like one turning point moment that sticks out in your head in its creation?
Well, there was a turning point when they turned us down because they thought the NHL teams were, they did these, we had Dream Gap
Yep.
and all this, and they had different games, and they played a couple of games in these cities, and they were like, oh, they'll do it. And they're NHL and all this. And I'm like, they're not going to do it. They called us anyway and said, are you doing any of this? Are you in this?
Like the league called you, the NHL did?
No, not
The
the league,
players.
the different teams.
Oh, okay.
No, this is behind the scenes stuff. And
Oh.
so we said, no, that we're not, no. And then they came back and said, we want to go with you, I guess. But Mark was brilliant how he had it worked out because he owns every team. If you can afford to do that, every team is, all the players are treated equally.
Equal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you look at leagues, some don't have any money, some are small markets, it's really hard.
Yeah.
And then the big markets, they have the more money, it's easier for them.
Yep.
But he said, I got to have a CBA. and I knew why, so he can keep tracking the investment and do it right. But it's asking a lot of the players. So the players became employees for a while because you have to be an employee. I mean, it is arduous, it's difficult.
Yeah.
And then Stan Kasten was brought in earlier because he can get everything organized.
Yeah.
I mean, he's dynamo. He's did the Dodgers. He's done the Atlanta teams, and huge teams. So he knows, and he really is like a miracle worker of that. And so, Mark says, you do it, Stan, get the teams organized. But we first had to have a CBA
Right.
so you can negotiate with the players. And then I think there was 5 players
Yep.
for
There
the
it is.
CBA.
Yep.
Brianne Jenner,
Jenner.
Sarah Nurse, Hillary Knight, Liz Knox, Kendall Coyne Schofield.
Yeah. And for a while, things were going south. Everybody's arguing like it usually does. And Lana and I got a call and said, you have to come in to this meeting. We've got to get the players and us together. So I listened. I could see some challenges, and then I just said to the players, "You remember I talked about the tough times? This is one of them. And the only way this is going to work is if you do it the way you want, if Mark wants, because he's got the money."
Yeah.
And then John Langland was really helpful. Langle, yeah.
John
He
Langley.
also helped the soccer back in the old days.
Okay.
And I knew him from that because I'd helped Julie Foudy with soccer back in the
Yep.
90s. She's hilarious.
I
Have you
love
ever
your
had her
show.
on?
Yeah.
Have you ever had
We
her on?
haven't
No,
had
but
her
I've
on.
met her before.
No,
She's
you
a
have to have her
hoot.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's brilliant.
I love
Yeah.
Welcome to the Party too.
Do you like it?
You and Abby and
Oh,
her
they
are
asked
so
me
great.
though. They said, "Do you want to come on?" And go, "Me?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll try it."
You're a
'Cause-
podcaster.
Well, people have been wanting me to do a podcast for like 30 years, 25 years when it first started. I had all kinds of meetings, and we're so busy with stuff like this.
rather build
Yeah.
a league, maybe instead of
Yeah.
having
Yeah,
a
I don't have
podcast.
I
that
didn't
time to
do it.
podcast. I
No,
got a
the
league
play,
to build.
actually, the players, the people, everyone finally saw, and they really want the dream to come true anyway. They really did. I
So
mean, you've
just-
been through leagues, and it's the same story in every sport.
Yeah. Just to get this right, there was a moment where, the PA opened a bank account, all of that, and then
Yeah.
the players were doing the Dream Gap tour, and it got to a point where they were like, "Hey, we might go elsewhere," and broke that news to you and
Ilana was
Ilana.
not happy. I go, don't worry, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
They're going to come back because they're going to realize these people don't really want to do it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they went and tested the waters and then came back to the well, essentially. All right.
So it's fine.
right.
Whatever. We just have, everybody's got to because I said, just let's be patient here. It's
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people have a lot of emotion and reasoning. Everybody talk. Let's just calm down. Everything's going to be okay.
So they came back. Was Mark Walter involved yet then, or was
By then he was involved. Yes.
By then he was,
No,
yeah.
that's because we said you should let us do it. We'll do it. And Mark said okay. And I'm
Nice.
like, if they don't get that, I don't think they really understood the extent. This is millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, millions and millions and millions
Yeah.
of dollars.
Yeah. And you need those. You can't.
I know, but you don't make money in the beginning.
No.
People have to understand.
No, you got to be in the
you
red for a
don't
long time.
Make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're asking the players to sacrifice, because I know they'll make a lot more money. I mean, I've lived it. I mean, Serena made almost $100 million in
Yeah.
prize money.
Yeah.
I didn't even
fine.
make $2 million, so that gives you the before and after type of thing.
Yeah.
But we knew that going in. We knew that. I said
It's
the
never
media-
for right now when
but
it
the
starts,
media would
right?
always yes, it's delayed gratification. All this is delayed gratification. If you don't have the guts for that or the stomach for it, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like I asked this one of our owners in team tennis when I was playing, and he was in commodities. I said, "Well, what do you need to have in commodities? Like, why are you He said, "You have to have a really great stomach because it's really severe. It's either going way up or going way down. So
Right.
you have to have the personality that can handle that. You have to have a good stomach."
Yeah.
Yeah, I can handle it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
You have to let go. It's okay.
Yeah.
And that
Just like you
happens.
said, you got to know the history.
Yeah, but it's not always going to work out
Yeah.
your way.
And
But
sometimes it does. Like on January 1st,
what a great,
2024.
oh God, what
When
a,
you walk into Mattamy Athletic
Yes.
Center and it's packed to the brim with fans.
And you made everyone cry.
And
I
everybody
didn't make
weeps
anybody cry.
when you drop the puck
Oh,
with
but
Jana
I got to
Heffern.
do with Jana.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jana Heffern. I get to. Oh my God. You were there. All you guys were
Yep,
there.
we're
That
all
you made
there.
me cry. That's why I said you made everyone
No,
cry.
but we dropped it. But the whole night, I just did autographs. They found out. They found out where we were, and there was a line out the window. But this little girl gave me this. God, I can't remember her name. I hope she hears this. And I want to know her name. But she gave me a bracelet. Her mother was sobbing.
Aw.
She was crying. You cannot. And then sometimes brothers would come up of their sisters. Thank you, my sister could have the dream now too. And they're crying. The parents are crying.
See, you made everyone cry. I told you.
And so
I'm
I
gonna cry right now.
I signed a lot of autographs that night, but it was worth it. But then I didn't get to see the game.
You've
Yeah.
seen many more. We've seen you rile up a crowd. Where were we? Were you in Quebec City? Oh no, it was in Minnesota. You did the Minnesota
I went to
start of the
Minnesota,
game.
Yep.
but we went to Ottawa really early.
Yeah. And that's a great crowd.
No, was that even before we had a team? Maybe we went up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We did the All-Star game there. And
That
Tessa
was I
interviewed you.
interviewed you.
Yes.
Remember?
Yeah, that's
It's the
right.
first time we met.
But
Yeah.
that wasn't. I could tell that market's tougher. But you know what? They're not all the same, and different personalities. You have to, and then things can change.
Yeah. Ottawa's
over
an
time.
educated fan base. They care deeply about that.
Yeah,
that
so
squad.
you know the personalities of each city.
They were banned from their venue. Just so you know, Billy, if you could put a good
Why?
word
They're
out there for us.
serious.
We
Why?
said something one time by accident.
We jinxed them one game.
We jinxed them
when
one
we were
game?
in the building.
Well,
they
no,
believed.
no, they believe you jinxed them.
They believed we
Yeah.
jinxed them.
They
Yeah.
need to reverse that and say maybe you should say it again.
Julia went there to
Good
cover
luck.
a game as a reporter one time, and people were DMing her, telling her to get out of the rink. It's hilarious.
They wanted me out.
It's
But then
so
they
good.
won that game, and I was reinstated as being
Good.
allowed in
Not
Ottawa.
me yet, though.
Tess is still banned, unfortunately. She's working
Really?
on her status.
No, but
I'm
what
serious.
they could reverse it though. See, if I were them, I'd try to.
Yeah, just
You should
say
be
just
good luck
or something.
charms.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
And
have
also,
to believe
they
it.
should do a show there, at least more than one,
Yep.
and start to realize that you're on their side.
See, guys, listen to Billy. Gosh.
No, but because you're talking about them, you're getting the word out to others. You don't know about people unless you hear about it.
that's true.
No, I think it's vital, especially to have women's voices. We need both. We need boys, women, all genders should be included.
Yeah,
100%.
And we need to have more girls of color in hockey.
absolutely.
And I told them I would not help them unless we work on that.
Good.
Good.
I said, I'm not going to be a part of this if we don't do that. We had to do the same thing in tennis.
Billy, we
Yeah.
need to clone you and just get 100 more of you.
No, but you have a lot of these players.
I know they've got some of
definitely,
your DNA somewhere in there
No,
because they're
they are,
amazing. Yeah,
But they need to be around people too, and they're not. They're
Right.
playing. They're working.
They're busy.
yeah.
No, but it's and also to have the PWHL at the Olympics is just because I thought about that when we first started the league. I thought, God, the Olympics is going to be around here pretty soon too, and that would be amazing to have these pro players will be at the Olympics. And
Yeah.
you know what? It's going to make everybody better. And I cannot tell you, I don't know anything, but I do know one thing. The players are so much better than even 3 years ago. I cannot believe it.
See,
Yeah.
analysis.
Is
She
that
knows.
correct?
You're
Correct.
100%
Bang on.
They're
correct.
faster.
Yep.
They're better with positioning. When they pass, I'm going to say the puck.
Yeah.
It's just more secure. They just do it, and they're more accurate, more power. And the goalies are that's a whole nother
I know.
discussion.
Yeah.
But you
It's
know,
a
I
whole
did
other
one day. I
podcast,
said,
Billy.
okay, I'm going to watch a goalie. I don't have a clue about anything, right? But then I realized within about 30 seconds that what they do is what you learn in every sport. Well, is you bisect the angle. They're constantly. That's all they're doing is bisecting the angle wherever the puck is.
Yeah.
They bisect. They're always bisecting the angle. And I thought, okay, I think I understand the essence, but I hear they're kind of different personality wise.
You gotta
Some-
be, right? You're
some are.
volunteering to stand in front of a
Being smacked
Frozen
around.
piece of
Frozen.
rubber.
So what do you think makes it? I mean, psychologically, like, what is their personality more like? than
Nothing
others?
phases them. They're a fart in the wind.
Really, they're just.
They've all got a
Chill.
quirk to them. They've all got a little
quirky,
quirk to
right?
them. They
Yeah.
all, you
They're-
can't care too much about being a goalie or it'll eat you alive.
Yeah, it's something happens, they move on. Something happens, they carry on. They can't dwell, right? If you dwell as a goalie, your game's going downhill.
Well,
You
first
gotta
of all,
move
you're
on.
not in
It's
the
like
now.
tennis.
Yes.
It's like tennis.
It's like every sport. If you're really going to be great, you have to be in the moment and don't worry about the past or the future. You have to be in the now all the time. But that helps you in real life too.
Yes.
Well, thank you for letting us to talk about the past and think about the future
It's
and
about
just
the
en-
future.
enjoy the now with you, Billy. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for taking the time because we know you don't have much of it in your busy days.
Well, I get to watch some hockey games. I hope.
We're
Let's
gonna go with
go.
you. Let's
But
let's wrap
when I
this
go to
up
the
and get to
suites,
the
I end
game.
up talking to everybody. I never get to see the game. So.
Yeah, okay.
We'll be your bodyguards. We're hired.
No, but
It's
what
fine. We'll work for
if
free.
I watch on television, then I get to see them.
Yeah,
We could
that's
do that. We
Scream
could
and yell.
bodyguard you tonight.
Because I don't know anything. I just want to keep learning. It's really fun. But I really care about the people. And I love the way the families have responded. That means everything because they're the future. It's ice hockey is in great shape right
Well,
now
thank-
with the
that's-
men and the women.
Yeah.
Big thanks to you, Billy.
Thanks to
And
you.
the men, we're talking about the women. Did you see that in some of the newspapers? And they're talking about the girl. They got here and the women are here and they're doing great.
Good.
Yeah.
I know, but that's what you want to both talk about each other, talk about
Yeah.
the sport.
It's all sports.
Well, it's given so much to us.
Yeah, it absolutely has. Thank
Anyway,
you so much.
I talked too long. You're going to have to edit like crazy.
No, never.
We're not editing anything.
Not a piece.
You're
This
gonna
was
have
amazing.
to.
Thank you so much, Billie
Anyway,
Jean King.
thank you for having me.
everyone.
Hey, our
Go
pleasure.
PWHL, go Olympics.